I am feeling so good today. The sun is out. We sharing energy. It feels so good. The wind is blowing. It's like 75 degrees. I'm going to read a reality check of African people in the 63rd century, Semi-Taway New African Time. There is no strong African identity and pride in our blackness or Africanness worldwide. We must embrace a pan-African spirituality. We are powerful manifestations of the Nocturne. We must have a non-compromising love for the pan-African family. Black Africa, our continent, and the development and protection of the United States of Africa. We have not taken a united stand and defended ourselves globally from a pan-African center. If we did this, then regardless of what country we are in or what language we speak, we would first identify with African culture and our great African ancestors from the continent of Africa. Our new African Defense Force must be as effective as an excellent immune system, protecting the human body temple. The Wazungu, Europeans like the French, and white Americans cannot teach Africans how to defend and protect themselves. This is something African spiritual warriors will have to do. African life has to be treated divine and sacred worldwide, and by African people first. And that is so true. Like literally, I was writing last night and I was like, we are so like bleached, whitewashed. We are so stripped from the soil, from the earth. Like we run from the air, the wind. We run from the sun, literally. That's how we communicate. That's how we manifest. That's how we continue to circulate power in the world, is through nature. We eating all of their artificial foods that really is not really bothering them. But these bodies, these melanated bodies, they're gonna bother. You hear me? Like, I don't eat that shit. Like, I try to eat as natural as possible. And the defending and protecting of one another, of females, of children, of your own brothers, like it's so broken. The unity is so broken. But I truly believe that we as an African people, we will regain our unity. We will get back into the community and desire what is right on an economic level together. It is so far broken and so far removed, but one by one, as we come whole inside of these bodies, inside of our minds, and get back to our spirits, the center of ourselves, things are going to change. And I have no doubt in that. And I have no doubt in that. I thank this brother Fundishi George Timms Ka in Heru El Salim. I thank him for this book. This book is so powerful. I got it off of Amazon. Spiritual Warriors or Healers. Heal the community by tapping back into yourself. When you teach a woman, you teach a village. We do not have operational unity in our system. African people do not have a common indigenous spiritual culture as a base. We have abandoned Mayat, which is the way. Mayat principles, Mayat balance is the way. We really have to get back to home balance. This is why we have adopted Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, and the main reasons we participated and continue to participate in the Mountain Gazmizi. We have lost the way. However, the way is still available. It has always existed. We have just been blind to its existence, disconnected only through our lack of consciousness. Do not look where you fell, but where you slipped. Don't think about the fall. Think about the slip. And it comes from the trickery. And that's why it's time for us to disconnect from TV, the news, this fake food, simple pleasures that are really robbing us of time, of character, of our humanity. Going out, lust, just overdoing everything is really robbing us of the time that we have here to really grow and protect and nurture and gain knowledge. We're being robbed and we don't even know it. We're being tricked into comfort. This is comfortable for me. I love doing this. We're being tricked into comfort. Let me go throw something on the TV. Why? When you could be studying about how to grow, how to build, how to reunite. We all are here to be of service for one another. Like, why settle for that when you could be helping to change the world one person at a time? Be the change you wish to see in the world. Speak up. But you have to empower yourself first here. Our people perish from the lack of knowledge. And that's an African proverb. African people have not collectively defended themselves against foreign cultures who have tried to dominate our land, our culture, and our economy. Once we were ignorant of the white man and Arabs and the desires of the Western culture, but now his story and our story rewards all research, and we know their nature and their collective intent. Western cultures expressed through white male domination. Arabs, through Islam, wants to dominate the world through a system of exploitation, military, domination, and disrespect for all life, not just black life, but even an ecosystem of the very planet itself. And I was going to speak on that because Islam is like the closest religion. The Quran is the closest religion to kind of like Mayat, but they still are discriminators. They still believe in harsh ways of exploitation. They still believe in belittling their women. You know, those are not things to follow. You are only going to rise high as your woman. Men are protectors and builders on the physical realm. You protect, you provide, you build, you cover, you lead, you provide structure, you provide order. And if you need to provide a little collecting and gathering, y'all got that too. And so it's like, don't run from your position, but definitely don't try to stop a woman from operating in her full position and authority. African people are not in control of their educational institutions from an African-centered cultural base. Not in Africa, North America, or anywhere else that African people are collectively in the world. Africans must validate themselves through their own worldview and perpetuate this perspective through their own political, economical, and educational institutions worldwide. And that means that we need to get back to teaching ourselves. We need to get back to teaching our children. We need to get back to being in control of curriculums. Nobody wants to do the hard work. Okay, I'll do it. And then they want to be jealous of those who are moving ahead. You're only going to move ahead by educating your people. You're only going to move ahead by adding to this ecosystem, this economy. That's the only way to move ahead. Otherwise, you're paying for someone else's dreams. You're investing in someone else's dreams. It's time that you wake up back to your dreams, the African dream that is flowing through your blood, your ancestors' dreams, your dreams, because we're only just being recycled throughout this realm, this earthly realm. New bodies, different, same souls and spirits. I promise you that. My ginger tea with a little lotus in it. And I put a fresh strawberry in there. Africans are not in control of their healing institutions or food base, which is our first medicine. Everything that the Creator, Gaia, Mother Nature has given us, there the wasp coming my way, has given us is right in the earth. It's right at your natural food stores. It's right at the farmer's market. We go to the market and get fresh food that I know that people are growing for themselves and harvesting for themselves, and it feels so good to do that exchange without the man in there, without taxes being involved. It's such a beautiful thing, and we really have to get back to there as a whole African community, and we don't discriminate. You feel like you're a brother or sister, just long as it ain't no BS. That's just what it is. Africans must be able to feed all Africans on the continent of Africa and throughout Pan-African world. Africans must return to herbology and a natural holistic healing system. We must also use our divine way of living to ensure a divine life style and excellent health. We have no collective aim as to commit to you or African people. Africans on the continent or in the diaspora, that's what it is, I think, I don't know, either way, have not defined short, medium, or long-range goals collectively as an African people. Operational unity means that we vote together and buy together, thereby giving us a united political agenda. Like a nation without a nation, no matter where we are in the world, sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Unbreakable! We do not teach the Mengazmazi and its global effects on African people worldwide, so that the conditions that led up to the Mengazmazi will not repeat itself. I need to tell y'all what that is because it's in here. I'll tell y'all later. So that the conditions that led up to it will not repeat itself. African people worldwide are still suffering from a massive state of traumatization caused by the Mengazmazi. Caucasian male domination cannot cure this trauma, nor can Arabism and Islam, because they are the main causes of the pain and insanity. Remember, we are still only recovering addicts of Caucasian male domination at our very best. We need an active recovery plan that involves mental, physical, and spiritual African healing on its highest spiritual level. Without a re-Africanization program that is African-centered, we are powerless against this deadly drug called Caucasian male domination, which is destroying the planet, and Arabism, which controls 1/3 of our continent. African hostage. First of all, y'all got your own place, y'all own continents, like y'all own areas. Stop stealing from Africa. It's like they took everything from Africa. The greatest resource is a human. Then comes the food, the soil, the cosmic powers, the knowledge, the spirit of the people they're harvesting on a collective level. They're holding our consciousness hostage by keeping us slaves of comfort. Stop subscribing to what they're giving you, the medicine, like all of it. Like, it's time to wake up. It's just that simple. We do not have an effective communication system in place to deliver information to African people on the continent of Africa or the Pan-African community worldwide. Africans need a Pan-African communication network system, developed, maintained, and operated by African people with an Africa-centered worldview. Total liberation is not possible until African people understand the need to control the communication within their own family, communities, institutions, and nations. Sips my tea. He's so cute. Little doggy. We do not have a holistic plan to reclaim the continent of Africa or to eliminate European imposed borders between countries, to reclaim stolen land by invading Arabs, to remove unwanted foreigners or enemies of African people from the continent of Africa, to change desert wasteland into fertile farmland. In addition, to develop Africa for Africans by Africans to form the United States of Africa. It's coming, I promise you that. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. You gotta study the knowledge that it come on true. You gotta write it down. You gotta make it. You got to be intentional about this. Like, literally, he got it right here in this book, what we need to do. What we need to do. How we need to get back control on a global level. It's time. We do not have an African plan for a continental economy that will support Africa and Africans in the diaspora. The African economy would have to be based primarily on a philosophy of Pan-Africanism, as well as what Africa has in terms of natural resources, technical skills, human resources, and African resources in America. Bring it all together, untouchable, and they know that. That's why they keep us apart. That's why they keep us chasing this fake-ass American dream that the average person is not going to maintain. The average person needs to understand that they are powerful also. They have us wanting to be athletes, singers, and all of that in the way that they have brought it forward. We need to bring soul back. We need to bring back true communication, vibrative and frequency healing. We need to bring back enlightening music. We need to stop listening to the rest of that stuff. Long as we keep subscribing to the ways of Caucasian domination, how far will we rise? As long as we keep doing it. Like, it's time to stand up and be leaders. Everyone can be a leader. Everyone that is melanated is chosen to lead, is chosen to guide, is chosen to help. Africans have not developed their own transportation centers where they control transportation on land, air, or water. And that's for a reason. That's for a reason. And then those that do get to a certain level, it's like so much already needed to be done. Put back into the communities, put back into their own families. It's like, I'll get to that, as I age, but we really need to be working on this now. There is no reason why we have not created an African automobile. We know how to put them together because we have been a major labor force for the American automobile industry. We are 1 billion people. with a $400 billion spending cap. Not even cap, that ain't even a cap, but that's how much that we are spending. $400 billion a year. We know how to put them together because we have been the major labor force. We are 1 billion people. Surely we can support our own transportation system. Surely we can support our own economic system. Surely we can support our own communities. We can govern ourselves by walking in authority. Powerful economics is a cultural and political statement at home and abroad. And it's time. Listen. Motherfuckers over there stealing land and shit. Like, come steal where y'all corporated at. Africans have not developed adequate housing for Africans from an African center that is culturally and environmentally harmonious with nature in the modern era. Africans must create from their own worldview. Even our architects must be spiritual warriors, because courage allows you to be creative. We created architectural science, and we will have to make the national harmonious changes for our new African lifestyle. It's that simple. One thing is for certain: if you do not plan to succeed, you are actually planning to fail. If these things are not on our planning board, then we are in for greater oppression and Caucasian European dependency in the 21st century. Spiritual warriors understand and live by the philosophy: to know yourself is to heal yourself. When there is no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot hurt you. Spiritual warriors are in the best possible position for healing African people because they have mastered the first level of healing, and that is to heal ourselves. African spiritual warriors have to be at the base of African liberation. We believe in ourselves, and we believe in the genius of African people. However, the highest on the list is the fact that we accept and understand African culture and spirituality, and we are living the African legacy by example every day. The heart of the spiritual warrior is impeccable and unconquerable. It is the essence of love and total harmony with nature or the nectar. Moreover, this is the love that will heal African people. This is the love that will develop a re-Africanization program for the 63rd century New African time. It is our love for the way, divine love, which is eternal love of the nectar, which will heal African people and defeat the drug of Caucasian male domination and Arabism. Spiritual warriors are healers. Peace, guys. I gotta go make my shrimp salad. Oh, baby. I am looking so cute.